This is Gary Atencio with CNTV, and today we're in Littleton, Colorado. We are here with Jammin Jr. Since 2005, they have been educating, motivating, inspiring with their rock show concerts. I am here with the founders and owners. First of all, Jamie, let me ask you, what got you involved in this type of industry, and where did this idea come from?
Well, honestly, we wanted to give back to children, and there's so many other things out there that have the platform to teach, and they're not doing it. So we thought, if we created a bunch of characters that do have core values, kids will fall in love with them and hopefully change their habits.
The reason why we created this 8 years ago is because we wanted to take the focus off of ourselves, what's in it for me, and we've decided to give it over to God, to Buddha, whoever you believe in. We're Christians, and we wanted to say, give it over to the world. And we look at children now, they're the voices of tomorrow. So there's nothing on TV, there's nothing in the movies that is doing what we're doing right now, that is covering healthy foods. When's the last time you saw a Chiquita banana commercial or a commercial about fruits and vegetables and salad? You don't see them anymore. Kids are missing out on so much. They're being bombarded with media left and right from every angle. Stop, slow down. Don't overstimulate them. We didn't want to sing about a potato jumping up and down on a couch. We wanted to create something valuable for these children to go home. When they go to sleep, they think about integrity. They think about vegetables. They think about fruit, Chaz, friendships, Shoshana, love, instead of junk food visually. It's the same thing. We give them junk food in the supermarkets, and we give them junk food in the media. That's what we want to do. We want to give them good nutrition from the media.
Quite honestly, I introduce a lot of organizations out there, over hundreds of organizations. You're really hard to compare to because of the fact that you're the first and the only musical that is basically teaching some really key components and topics.
Absolutely. Public needs it. 1 in 3 children are obese today, and that's really sad. Actually, sad is the standard American diet. Sometimes it's not necessarily the supply as much as it is the knowledge. So if we tell people and put it in a song, make it fun, then hopefully they'll follow, they'll eat better, and they'll live longer.
So you're basically learning with all the senses. I mean, quite honestly, you're hitting a little bit of everything out there. Let's start with that first sense, the songs. What are the kids listening to in the songs?
I was in the music business all my life in New York City. I wrote songs for pop stars, produced them like Mandy Moore, Willa Ford, LFO, and all that. And I decided to leave that realm because I wanted to put something solid into the universe and into the world for kids to listen to, instead of shake my booty, things like that. Sure. So these songs are all lyrically potent with positivity, good lessons, and every single word is well thought out before we record it.
And like you said earlier, we're talking about mascots in place. Obviously, that's a great learning tool for children as well.
Absolutely, yeah. We have Eddie the Elephant, who represents integrity, and his food group is vegetables. And then we have Ricky the Raccoon, which is fruits and going green. So it's all about the planet, recycle, reduce, and reuse. Chaz the Cheetah, which is friendships and healthy fats. Shoshana the Shark, calcium and believe in yourself, because a lot of people have self-esteem problems. Cami the Kangaroo is protein and exercise.
How does dance incorporate into that?
We hired Carolyn B. Younger, a choreographer from New York City, who is doing an outstanding job with these girls. Extreme Dance Force, Rochelle, she's sponsoring us as well with giving us this free space. And these girls, they're off the hook. They're professional. They're into it because of what we're doing for the world and for them and their peers.
We've got the songs, we've got the characters, we've got the dance, but quite honestly, you feel it even takes a part with the people who are sitting in the audience. It's a big part of the community. They're really a part of this movement, if you will.
We want more and more people to become a Jamminite.
So obviously the community, they can take the message out there once they've learned it.
Yeah, we have some great sponsors. Champ BMW, the Champ family, Lisa and Mark, they're helping us. Saj, Mediterranean Grill, they're helping us. Ali's great. We've manifested this for 8 years, and now our company is saying to Jamie and I, well, I'm ready. So do whatever you got to do, but I'm ready to take over the world. And that's what we want to do. We want to make this worldwide. We want to go back to New York City, take this on tour, sit next to Matt Lauer. That's where we're headed.
That's where we're going. We're talking about something that really started out as a a family affair. I mean, we have your little boy now. Obviously, this has got to warm your heart knowing you're creating something that is going to touch him, help him create some better choices out there, as well as the parents who are sitting in the audiences.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we have to practice what we preach and be parents so that we can actually tell people, yeah, we know what it's like when the kid wants the peanut butter and jelly sandwich versus having a carrot stick or an apple.
One of the programs that you incorporate there is the 4-Leaf program. Touch on that a little bit for me.
We read this book called Healthy Eating, Healthy World by J. Morris Hicks, and his daughter has this company called the 4-Leaf. The American diet is a business. It's not a way to preserve humanity and keep us living longer. It's a business. From the inception of our son, we decided to, even before him, go more plant-based. Okay, meat's there, know where your meat's coming from, but a more plant-based diet is better for your system. We promote the 4-Leaf program because it's all healthy food.
Folks, take a look right there at the bottom of the screen. What you're going to see is their website. On the website, you're going to get a good idea, first of all, who the characters are. Okay, we're talking about multiple tabs there. It's really a fun website. It's pretty much interactive for the kids to even get on, check it out, because quite honestly, once they see these characters on the stage, they're going to really connect with them, and therefore you want them to learn.
And hear their voices. They're all multicultural. We do all the voices and we do everything. So Jamie and I did everything from the beginning 8 years ago.
I love it. It's wonderful. Quite honestly, guys, this is kind of a new idea out there. With new ideas, really change can be hard. I mean, you're up against a media out there that is really pushing a whole different agenda across the board, okay? So let me ask you, if you got a sponsor out there who wants to get involved with you, what would you tell them to get on board?
If you want to make a change or a dent in the next generation that's coming up, join us in our movement, whatever you want to call it, and strengthen numbers. The more people that flock to Jammin Jr. and do the right things with food, core values, friendships, love, self-esteem, our planet, the stronger we become worldwide.
You guys started with one simple idea. You've seen how it grew, and quite honestly, it ended up on the stage. Now it's on a stage here, citywide in Denver. And that's just the small of the goal, because quite honestly, you're looking at the stage back in the New York area and worldwide.
Yes. If you can catch a glimpse of a dream, if you can catch just seeing it for a second, and then a mountain comes in front of it and you can't see it anymore. But if you see it for a second, you'll eventually get there. And that's what we stand for. Never stop, don't stop, never give up is one of our songs. But if you have a dream in life and you keep going and you never stop, you'll get there. It's just 8 years later, we're here. It's a musical. It was from one song, one mascot that Whole Foods in Highlands Ranch bought us, by the way, to help us, to now. 9 mascots, 8 dancers, background video, message to kids.
Obviously, the kids are learning with all their senses out there. They're hearing songs, they're seeing dance. Quite honestly, even tangible, you guys have merchandise they can actually have as well.
Absolutely. We started off with a CD because Tom comes from New York City as a pop music producer, and basically what we did is a CD, then we made a book series with audio to help children learn how to read, and it's also color-coded so that mom and child can read together. So we let our neighbor, who was about 1.5 years at the time, listen to it. He kept looking at the TV. So we're like, oh, now we've got to do something visual. So what did we do? We created puppet DVDs, kind of like Fraggle Rock.
Stimulating their senses, even with tangible tools. Quite honestly, like you said, a pop producer from New York. You come over here, you've got this dream, but dreams come with a cost. And quite honestly, tell me a little bit about that.
I was standing on 6th Avenue and 21st Street, and I wanted to change. So I left the music business. Jamie and I came out here to write this musical, to do something for the world. We spent all my money I've earned in music, which was a lot, on this company. We spent more money on mistakes than we did positive things. We lost our first house because we kept on living for this dream, and we were almost living in our car. It's the same story everybody successful has. It's not a lie. It really happens. And if you stay focused, so that's my point. That's our story. We live, eat, sleep, and breathe this company to change the world or make a dent in it for kids, and at any cost.
And that's why kids are basically getting their self-confidence, because they're being taught as well by people who have walked that walk. Folks, take a look right there on the bottom of the screen. You're going to see their website. Once again, check out the tour dates coming up. You can get your tickets right there. Click on the sponsors. Obviously, go out and thank those sponsors for putting this out there, because quite honestly, they couldn't do it alone. And keep that in mind. We're talking about one child, one song, one community at a time. This is Gary Atencio with CNTV. And if you don't know, now you know.